Okay, people, welcome to another episode of Fornever News. We got a lot of stories to cover today, a lot of them, so bear with me, people. There's a lot of interesting stuff to talk about too, and something that just recently dropped that you probably heard a million other places, but I wanted to talk about it as well. So yeah, for starters, we got a big story from the creator of One Piece. He gave an interview recently talking about the upcoming details of the manga per se and how he's going to just do some insane stuff. So we're going to talk about that one, folks. It's a juicy one, but also a little bit, you could argue, concerning, I guess you could say. We'll get into it though. We also got a small story about Chainsaw Man, upcoming Jump cover, really dope stuff. We got a Jump Plus contest for aspiring authors and manga artists, people that want to get into, you know, the manga creation business. Jump Plus got another contest aside from the Shonen Jump contest that's been running for a while now, so we got you covered on that. We got a Jump Force update for the latest character that's been added to the roster via DLC. Viz Media is finally doing something that we've been waiting 85 years with the Naruto franchise to finally happen, and yeah, we're gonna talk about that one as well. I'm really excited about that. It seems like this holiday season, a lot of things that you're gonna want to buy. We got an update on Pokemon. Apparently they decided to give Ash a relative we never thought he had, and I don't even know if he needs it or not, because who cares? He's 10 years old for eternity, but I'm sure you might find some interest in it, so we're gonna talk about it. Eden Zero is getting a major update, which is really exciting. It seems as though they're going full force. Of course, we had the anime announcement recently. Now they got another big announcement coming for Eden Zero, the same series from the author of Fairy Tail. Small little update on Black Clover, a little bummer there, but you know, it is what it is. We'll get into that one as well. And lastly, a big update on the Act Age author and that situation and everything to go along with it. So yeah, we like I told you, I wasn't lying. We got a packed house of stories, people. Let's get into another episode of Fornever News, the only news source that provides you with anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you, people. We get into the shits. Let's jump into it.
I say we gonna do what we do, no matter how you move, make your move. That's how it be though.
Okay, people, so for starters, let's jump into the story about Pokemon. Apparently, they decided in one of the recent episodes of the latest Pokemon anime to give Ash a sibling. Ash now has a younger brother, and if you look at the chronological order of time, it is so out of whack and so ridiculous, because essentially, of course, to have a child, it would take 9 months, right? And last time Ash seen his mom, I don't even think she was pregnant or anything like that, so you figure it was 9 months since he had started this journey, and he's seeing his, you know, sibling and whatnot, and 9 months have passed. And in order for Ash to technically still be 10, how does that work? You telling me that his entire Pokemon journey up until the latest region happened in like less than 3 months and shit, and then 9 months passed since he started this one? Like, so ridiculous. Obviously Pokemon has long since throughout continuity and age and all of that shit, but yeah, Ash has a little sibling now in the Pokemon anime. I wonder how long they're gonna have him be the little sibling, and then next thing you know, next season, oh yeah, Ash got an older brother, you know, the little sibling, yeah, he surpassed him in age. Poor Ash, the eternal 10-year-old. Next up, a small update on the Black Clover manga, not this upcoming issue of Shonen Jump, which by the way will be early this week, but the following issue of Shonen Jump, Black Clover will be on break, so it's par for the course. I mean, if you've just been paying attention, My Hero had a break recently, One Piece had a break not that long ago, that was aside from the normal breaks that Oda takes, and then Black Clover, of course, it's all due to what's been going on in the world lately, so it's to be expected. But yeah, no Black Clover manga, I want to say again, next week's chapter, not the one coming this Friday, I guess you could say. So yeah, bummer, but it is what it is, and Black Clover's been on fire lately, so yeah, Tabata, get your little rest, get what you need to get, so you could come back and bomb on motherfuckers. We also got an update on Jump Festa. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of this video, in the intro. We got an update on Jump Festa, the date, and, you know, kind of more or less what'll be going down. So the date for Jump Festa, it says Jump Festa 2021 will be held online from December 19th to December 20th, and they say 2021, but they're referring to this one. And based on the roster that we're looking at, it seems as though that there's going to be primary focuses in this one. Like, the last couple years, they've been a little bit bit with some other stuff, but according to this little pamphlet that came along with it, it had a picture of like Asta at the very top from Black Clover, then Deku from My Hero, of course One Piece on the side, Dr. Stone, and then at the bottom Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm calling it right now. In this Jump Festa, they're going to announce the Chainsaw Man anime. That would be the perfect timing. Just like last year they announced the Jujutsu Kaisen anime at Jump Festa, or I think it was the, what was it, the trailer, the first trailer or something along the lines of that. I'm almost certain Chainsaw Man's going to get the big announcement this year, and boy, it's going to be huge. Surprising no Boruto here. I love when, you know, the Naruto franchise gets the center stage, even if it's, you know, the Boruto stuff, and there was some pretty big stuff. So hopefully, even though it's not included on this pamphlet, we get a little bit of Boruto news. And Black Clover at the top. Come on, Period. Besides that rumor of that terrible live action bullshit, like give us something juicy with Black Clover, a new movie or a big original arc with some incredible animation, an idea from Tabata, something really, really dope that'll get us excited, or the announcement of the anime returning to canon. That'll be fire too. So yeah, we gotta wait and see. And then Deku, I don't know what they could do. Another My Hero movie. I mean, there's been whispers and rumors that they're really trying to pump those out. One Piece, maybe another film as well. And Dr. Stone, maybe the I guess trailer for the upcoming season. Like, I'm not sure. I don't think they do a Dr. Stone film, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So next up, Viz Media announced for a November release date, something that I've been wondering when we were going to get it for a very, very long time. If you're a fan of the OG Naruto anime, you've been like, yo, why we're in 2020 and still no Blu-ray release, right? Like, Naruto's one of the most biggest anime of all time. It's like damn near on the level of Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Like, why no Blu-ray release? Well, Viz Media is finally bringing it home. And by the way, I think at that particular point and up until a certain point, ongoing big like shonen anime like that weren't getting the Blu-ray treatment even in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think to this point the One Piece anime, maybe I'm off on this one, doesn't get a Blu-ray release, or maybe they finally updated that, but I know for the longest time a lot of anime weren't getting Blu-ray releases, and they're just now updating that. But Naruto is getting a Blu-ray release. I want to say November 3rd. Yes, November 3rd. The cover looks okay, so it's not like what they did with that movie bundle pack that looked horrible. Like, just looks like typical Naruto with some shadow clones, and I am definitely picking this up. I actually recently was selling some of my, like, because I have it's like the fucking Naruto room damn near. I have a whole other collection of stuff of like DVDs and Blu-rays and shit like that, and like just alone the One Piece and Naruto and Bleach sections is fucking ginormous. So I sold off some of my Shippuden, and I was like, eventually they'll release it on Blu-ray, right? And maybe it'll be in a more condensed version. And now they announced this for the original, so I might even sell off my originals and just stick with these Blu-rays, baby, because I love me some Naruto, especially the OG. I'll watch the shit out of it again on Blu-ray. I was just rewatching some episodes the other night. Like, yeah, Naruto Blu-ray November 3rd. Mark your calendars. Quick update for Chainsaw Man. I always gotta bring up Chainsaw Man, but it is what it is. Chainsaw Man gets the cover of Shonen Jump magazine this week, and it looks crazy. And it's funny because if you compare the main character Denji to what he looked like in the very first cover that he got when the series debuted on the magazine to now, while he's making a zany, funny face, if you really look closely at it, this motherfucker looks dead. Like, you can tell that life has beat him bad. So he might be trying to be funny or whatever, but you could definitely see the difference in the character's stern expression on one side and one magazine cover to where he's at now. Like, this author Fujimoto, mwah, man, this dude is a godsend. Like, shout outs to Fujimoto. Protect Fujimoto at all costs. I'm just saying. But shout outs to Chainsaw Man getting the cover of Shonen Jump. Next up, quick update for the Jump Force video game. Again, I know a lot of people get sour to that and don't really care for it and whatnot, but I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of it just because I like playing as the characters that I really love or I grew up with and things like that. And apparently the next addition to the roster is Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho. Boy, by the way, he should have been in the game from the jump. I'm just saying, like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's clear as day. He was in J-Star's Victory Versus. They probably took like a handful of characters or a couple handfuls of characters and said, yeah, this is gonna be DLC, even though we already created it. And I think Hiei is the case as well. Maybe it's just me, but Hiei is going to be in the game, and from the shots that I see, it looks dope. Again, it's Jump Force, so take it for what it is and whatnot, but I can't wait for them to finally go through all this DLC shit and create a Jump Force 2 with better graphics, better gameplay, or just a whole different name entirely with some better mechanics and shit like that. But either way, Hiei and Jump Force, I'm excited for it. I've been meaning to pick it up for the Switch. I know, blasphemy, whoa, but I would love to have a fun little game like that on the go. So whenever I'm out or whatnot and I need to, just quickly like get my game on and shit like that, that'd be fun. But Hiei, Jump Force. Next up, big announcement, Eden's Zero, the latest work from the author of Fairy Tail. It's crazy how I always gotta say that with certain series. Like, I guess I'm gonna have to do the same thing with Burn the Witch for a long while until the authors finally get more popularity and notoriety with that series. The author of Fairy Tail's latest work, Eden's Zero, not only did it recently, about a few months ago, get an announcement for an anime, but they already announced a video game with Konami. That's crazy because we just got the Fairy Tail game not that long ago. I actually picked up the Fairy Tail game for the Switch. So we just got the Fairy Tail game, and already Eden Zero is getting announced for a video game. So I'm imagining maybe by the end of the first season's run of Eden Zero, they're gonna drop that video game, or maybe by the second season, I don't know, depending on how far they are in development. But Eden Zero getting a video game, I'm imagining that Kodansha is spending big bucks and expecting big things for this title, because Hiro Mashima is like, their gold pony. Hiro Mashima is the Eiichiro Oda of Kodansha's magazines and whatnot. So we gotta wait and see. But either way, that's really, really dope. I could tell that they're banking big time on this series being a success. We gotta wait and see, especially with Attack on Titan leaving, ending soon. Kodansha's gonna be hurting. They need some big hits, and they need it soon. But Eden Zero video game on the way. Quickly, something that I'm really excited about, the PS5 was just announced not that long ago. Well, not announced, it was a briefing. They did a showcasing and whatnot, and we got the price for it. I believe the digital version is going to be $399, and the one with the disc tray is going to be $499, dropping November 12th in the US, and I think November 19th worldwide or globally or whatnot. I am so freaking excited. I want to say they said pre-orders start as early as tomorrow. Hopefully I could get my hands on that. I got my hands on the PS4 back when it was launched, and I still got that bad boy, baby. I take care of my stuff. Let me not jinx it, because that shit is like on its last legs. But anyway, PS5, really, really excited. I am definitely picking that up. I've never been an Xbox or Microsoft dude. I'm a Sony boy all the way. I mean, yo, I gotta rock with what I rock with, you know what I'm saying? Next up, an update on the disgusting and terrible situation regarding the author of Act Age. It's crazy because I was initially spread some misinformation, so I want to make sure I get it right regarding what happened with his case. Y'all know he was arrested for some nasty shit that he allegedly did, and Act Age was canceled. They burying that shit. The artist made a statement not that long ago. Well, here's the big update. Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office has indicted the original author of Act Age, Tatsuya Matsuki, for assaulting a teenage woman by bicycle from behind and touching her chest on the streets of Nakano Ward back in June. Defendant Matsuki was arrested back on August 8th for the suspicion of an indecent act against a junior middle school girl on the same day, but the Tokyo District Public Prosecutor's Office has dismissed the second account. They have not revealed the reason for the non-indictment. Tatsuya Matsuki has indeed been indicted, the opposite of being released, and the article never states they're releasing him, so please don't spread misinformation yet, because I was seeing misinformation. So basically, he got dismissed on the second account, but he was still indicted on assaulting a teenage girl. So yeah, they're gonna put this dude away for a while, and it's just terrible, sad situation. But I know a lot of people been wondering what's going on. Like, don't mistake it. The way they've handled this, it is clear as day. Act Age will never return again, and if it does, it'll be a long distance from now. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but it is almost certain that they are not bringing Act Age back. The author is done for, and yeah, just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on that. He's been indicted on one big charge, and over there in Japan, they don't play that shit. You're not going to get away. He's probably going to do some time. I think he's still locked up to this point, and his life and career is ruined. Shitty situation. The artist is ruined. The little girls, especially above all, middle schoolers, this fuck, did something horrible. So gotta pay the price for what you did. Next up, seemingly a big opportunity for aspiring mangaka. Shonen Jump Plus is seeking new works. Let's read. Shonen Jump Plus is looking for manga works that involve high school settings and different club activities in its Youth X Club Activities Manga Award. Deadline is December 20th, and winners will be published in Shonen Jump Plus's app. Shonen Jump Plus is also looking for one-shots in a manga award in collaboration with Ubisoft. Participants have to submit works related to games such as Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Tom Clancy's The Division, or Far Cry until January 31st, 2021. Winners will also appear in Shonen Jump Plus, and the links will be in the description below for the 2 different contests. So if you are looking to get your name out there, you want to see if you can get approval, maybe get something going with Shonen Jump Plus. Shonen Jump Plus, I want to say they're irregularly released magazine. They're the ones that actually release Kaiju number 8, which Kaiju number 8, fire. So yeah, you got an opportunity. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of like youth X club activity manga type of deal, but if that's your bag and you feel like you got the talent, I got the links in the description below. Do your thing. Just be wary. You never know with your ideas. As a creative, I am very, very protective of my ideas. Like, just the thought of it gets me, I'm not gonna lie, adrenaline and all sorts of shit. Just be careful with what you're doing. If you have your works copyrighted already, that'll be even better. Make sure you protect your ass, because you never know with these big companies. I've seen so many cases of big corporations fucking over little guys, and I'd hate for any of that to happen to you guys. But yeah, the contest is in the description below. The links for it. Do your thing, people. Best of luck. And lastly, I'm sure a lot of you came for this bad boy. The latest bearings from the creator of One Piece. Some interview stuff that he did. We're gonna read and we're gonna talk. But I'm a little bit like mixed on how to feel about all this. Again, we'll get into it. Let's read. So in the latest volume of One Piece, volume 97, a fan asked, "Is it true that One Piece is ending in 5 years?" And Oda's reply was, "The most exciting part of Luffy's adventure is over. The Wano arc is reaching its climax. After Wano Kuni, I will draw the biggest war in manga history. It will be very exciting." Now, that was actually updated, and he didn't say in manga history, because, you know, they're very humble over there. They don't say shit like that. He actually said he was referring to the War Saga being one of the biggest in One Piece manga, not manga as a whole. I mean, keeping it real, it's Oda, so you never know. Marineford to this day is still one of the greatest war arcs, period, that I've ever read, so you just never know. But let's examine that a little bit. Says, the most exciting part of Luffy's adventure is over. If that is 100% accurate, that's sad. Because if, like, we still got like 5 years left, what the fuck you mean Luffy's the most exciting part of Luffy's adventure is over? Like, I want One Piece to be exciting moving forward, and it is Luffy's adventure. Even though the series ain't called Luffy, it's called One Piece. He's the main character, so I'm imagining there's a possibility that a lot of big stuff that is about to go down moving forward is not going to be necessarily exactly about Luffy. If you think about it, aside from Luffy being a helping hand, and aside from his vendetta with Big Mom, and aside from him trying to climb up and shit like that, the whole Wano arc is not really about the Straw Hats of Luffy. This is a 20-year plan that's been in the works with Kinemon in them. So maybe he's referring to it in that light. I'm not sure. And as far as it being the biggest war in One Piece history, that's some big shoes to fill. I'm just keeping it real. Marineford got a lot of people. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I know people, no, it was actually Skypiea. No, it was Foxy that got me into this shit. Okay, whatever. But Marineford, I know factually, got probably millions of people into One Piece. I don't want to say exactly, yeah, it was millions, but I know a lot of people, they heard about Marineford, they seen some Marineford, they were like, what is this? This is so good. And that's what One Piece did. 37 million 1 year when One Piece entered the Marineford arc in the anime. So that speaks volumes. But either way, it's going to be exciting to see. And Oda always, like, he didn't really clarify on the 5-year time span or whatnot, but he did give us a little gold nugget, and those are some big things. I don't know, manga could be saying some wild shit. We just gotta wait and see, I guess. But yeah, looking forward to it. And then he also concluded with saying that he announced that the end will be in 5 years so that the reader realizes that the long story is finally reaching its end. For now, we should enjoy the exiting Wano arc. I will draw it with all my strength. And boy, you know, when a lot of times, even though I know, like, it's not like, okay, One Piece ain't gonna end yet, it's still a while away, but just when the realization comes in, like, it will end at some given point, that does get me sad. And a couple other things we got from this is, like, Oda drew what Luffy's Straw Hat would look like as a person, and that kind of got me interested, because don't forget that the Straw Hat, like the big Straw Hat that we got with I'm Sama and shit like that, was something serious. So seeing that, I wonder if Oda's drawing a little spoiled nugget, like that's actually a living thing. Maybe imagine all this time Luffy's hat was alive on his head and that's what he used to look like? I don't freaking know. That's freaking crazy. Just wanted to include some nuggets in there for you guys. Also, something interesting, the character page at the beginning of volume 97, Kanjuro is highlighted for being a traitor and was placed with Orochi's followers. Also interesting that Kyoshiro is with them too. Why would Kyoshiro, again, I'm not sure what the contents of 97 are, but I think at that particular point it showed that Kyoshiro is not, you know what I'm saying? Because like if they're showing Kanjuro as a traitor, then you would think that they would already show Kyoshiro as not that the person that he is, and he's actually a part of the resistance and shit. So I don't know. It'd be weird. It could be a mistake, but we gotta wait and see. Either way, this was nice little tidbits from the interview, and I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, the ending of Wano. Like, One Piece is just fire. But boy, am I curious what you guys think about all these stories. We talked a lot today. PS5 prices, Black Clover going on break, Chainsaw Man getting the cover of Jump, Eden Zero video game, the Jump Plus contest, the One Piece Oda interview, the update on the Act Age author, Naruto heading to Blu-ray November. I'm really excited about that. Also, let me throw in here, even though it's not an official story that I'm gonna dive into, but apparently in December, I think December 22nd, Funimation is putting Eiichiro, they're bringing the masters of the Akira film on 4K Blu-ray over here for release. I'm picking that up as well. Like, that's an excuse for me to finally say, you know what, even though I got this gigantic TV I bought back in the Hungry Joker days, I think it's time to upgrade to 4K. I mean, I'm gonna get the PS5 hopefully. Akira, man, on a 4K TV, why the fuck not? Ash having a baby brother, and just your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of Fornever News. Have an awesome day.
It's nights like this, and times like this, that I can give another hit. But I've got this inside a switch, a natural bliss, but that I